Hey people VC, it's Andy Cloudy and Milder. I got a CD collection update for you today. Stack about 12 to 15 or so that I've picked up pretty recently and have been given a few spins to. In fact, a few of these I haven't actually spun yet, but I'll explain why that is when I get to them. First off, I had a question on one of my last videos asking me about the beast here, my 200 CD changer. As you can see, it's actually empty at the moment. This week I have decided to retire the beast. It was a handy player, and it was kind of, I think, a little bit gimmicky having a 200 CD changer. It would have been great had I had, my whole collection was 200 CDs. But I was finding that, or the plan was to change it up every 6 months or so and have a different set of things to listen to. But I found that I wasn't really listening to that many anyway, going back to a few firm favourites. And I noticed that a couple of CDs, I don't know if it's down to the machine or what really, but they had a couple of scratches on that I thought were a bit suspect. And they were brand new CDs, and I've got CDs that are much older than that I've used in a sort of a normal CD tray machine, and never had any scratches on them. So I'm a bit suspicious about that. The mechanism inside, as it's moving the CDs around, picking them up, putting them down, grabbing them, putting them back in the spindle, is maybe not the best environment for CDs to be in. But I had it for a couple of years, enjoyed it while it lasted. I'll be looking to sell it on now. I still have the problem that I don't have any of my CDs out. All my CDs are in boxes like these. I've got about 8 of these boxes. They're easy to get to, so if I want to pull them out for a contest or have a listen, they're easily accessible. Put them under my desk and run in another room. But for my recent birthday, I picked up a new lossless digital music player. Now this is a great DAC as well, digital audio converter, and it's got a line out. I can plug that into my hi-fi. All the CDs I've got, I've ripped, and they're the CD quality, and it sounds absolutely fantastic when connected up to my amp. And I have got 400 odd albums on here so far, the ones I've ripped, and so instantly accessible, and that's good enough for me in this small room. It sounds really, really good. So I'll have a little bit more space. The other thing about this as well is it's huge. It kind of looks like it's hi-fi size, but it's about that much longer in the back than the rest of the hi-fi system as well. So let's say fun while it lasted, but time for it to go and move on. So let's get on to the CDs. First up, Testament, Return to the Apocalyptic City. It's good that there is Testament, but I was a little bit disappointed really. It's only a 6-track EP. First 4 tracks were recorded in Los Angeles, I believe. That's the lineup of the band at the time. So it's tracks 1 to 4 live at Los Angeles Palladium. But it doesn't say where 5 and 6 were recorded, other than the first 4 tracks are Billy Peterson, Christian Alvarez and Bostoff, and then the 5 and 6 are Billy Peterson, Christian Skolnick and Clementi. So it's not even a full show. So I don't know what the reasoning behind putting this one out was, but it's Testament, so I bought it, but it's not a great live album by any means. The next 3 are a contest prize that I won in Metal Mickey's 1000 subs contest. I actually won the contest, but I took second prize. I swapped with Brendan Von Doom. First prize was very much sort of a Death Extreme metal package, and the second prize was a stoner package, so it made sense for us to swap, and Brendan was happy with his lot and I was happy with mine. First one, Egypt, Endless Flight. This has been on my wish list for a really long time, so much so that I kind of forgot it was there and I don't really look for it. I heard it when it came out on Bandcamp, but it wasn't really available in the UK at the time. No one was selling it, and this must be about there's been millions of represses of this since. It's from 2015. It's a sort of 5-track album. It's kind of stoner doom. It's really, really good. So glad I finally got a copy of that. The next one, this is pretty good as well. Black Cobra and Feather and Stone. I think this is another 2015 release. I don't remember. It's not written on the back. But yeah, again, this is a bit more sort of doomy, sludgy, stoner. Really right up my street. Well worth checking out Black Cobra. This third one I didn't get on with so well. The vocals are more sort of death, metal, sort of death and doomy. Very sludgy as well. I'll give it a couple of spins so far. I'll keep it in the collection for a while and see if I can click with it. But that was nice. Obviously, it didn't cost me anything. Great contest that Mike had at the time. Unisonic Live Dvagen. This is from 2017. Unisonic, of course, being Kai Hansen, and Michael Kiske, formerly of Halloween and currently of Halloween. It's a CD DVD set, recorded in 2017. Everything Michael Kiske and certainly Kai Hansen do is pretty magical. I think I've got just about everything that Kai Hansen has put out now, as Unisonic, Gamma Ray, Halloween, and Iron Saviour. I think there's just one Kai Hansen and Friends, the studio, the 30th anniversary album. I've got the live version, but not the studio version. But not watched the DVD yet, but the CD sounds fantastic. So if you're a Kai Hansen fan, Unisonic, definitely worth checking out. Riot 5. These next handful really are I picked up on an Amazon reseller was having a sale, and I was talking with the other Contracting Blood guys, and a couple of these you may see on their updates. I think one was even on Mike's today. Yeah, Riot 5. Riot are one of those bands I would say I like, but I don't own a lot of, and I don't actively go out looking for them. But I remember lots of people talking about this one in 2018, having it on their list, saying how good it was. It was about £3, so I thought I would grab it, brand new, Nuclear Blast. It's a really good album, very much sort of modern power metal, really, not the symphonic side, but upbeat, catchy, feel good. Check out the song Angels, Thunder, Devil's Rain. That's an absolute banger. So yeah, Riot 5 and Armour of Light. Now my first album by this band. It's Celtic Frost, Into the Pandemonium. Yeah, Celtic Frost is not a band I expected to get anything of in my collection, to be honest with you. I heard something from them years ago and it put me off, and I've said I've not liked them ever since. Now, I don't think this album is typical Celtic Frost, from what I guess. You guys correct me if I'm wrong on that, but this version comes with a lovely, nice, thick booklet. CD. It's got bonus tracks on as well, but do you know what? I'm a bit miserable when it comes to bonus tracks. I sometimes just want to hear the album as it is. So often when I pick up one of these repackaged, probably remastered, reissued versions, I will tend to kind of program the CD player just to play the original list of tracks and not the bonus stuff, certainly as the first go through, because I want to hear the how the album was kind of compiled and put together in its original length. On Discogs, this album is described as avant-garde, and I've always liked the way that that phrase sounds, avant-garde. I first heard it in the film Interview with a Vampire, the Tom Cruise Brad Pitt film from donkeys years ago, and the young girl vampire says, "Oh, how avant-garde," to do some description of something, And I've always kind of really wondered what it meant in context, but having read this is avant-garde and heard it now, this will be my my explanation of avant-garde going forward. But I enjoy it. I enjoy it. It's some really weird songs, like Tristesses de la Luna is it's kind of not metal at all. It is very avant-garde. Mexican radio, it's just not what I expected, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. Now, if this is not typical of Celtic Frost, then I may well stop here. Who knows? But I've started down that road, so I may well check out some more. Tankard and Two-Faced. I've never been a big fan of Tankard. It's not that all the songs and things were like beer related, or that kind of annoyed me. It's not that I don't drink or I don't like beer and stuff, but it's like a concept album, isn't it? Every song will be about drinking and beer. But I never really got a grasp of the vocal style. However, I did see this was one of the ones that was on sale. I had a listen to it and online, and thought, yeah, I could give them a go. And I quite like this album, although again, it's not typical Tankard. It's in the phase when they were not writing songs about beer, and the singer actually sings in here more than shouts, screams his way through the songs. But yeah, nothing fantastically memorable on here, but certainly one I would spin again and will spin again. The next two, a band that passed me by, and again I dismissed them because I thought they were more sort of death metal, and that's Death Row. Picked up the first two albums, Riders of Doom and Raging Steel. Raging Steel is the one I'm more popular with. I found a copy of this on vinyl like 3 or 4 years ago, and it was about £17, £18 in underground Unknown Pleasures in Edinburgh, now defunct thanks to COVID, record shop. And it was a little beat up. The price was the going price. They also had the going price in that shop, but I decided it was too much for me because I also read in the description, I think probably on Discogs again, that it was more sort of death metal or death thrash. But it isn't to me. It's just fantastic thrash metal. So I've really clicked with Raging Steel, and I've been playing that over and over again. Absolutely love it. Which means that I've not given Riders of Doom as much attention as I should have. So I'm going to be spinning that on a lot more this week. So this is German thrash metal. So this is 2018 releases. I think this is 86 and 89, 87, 89. I don't know, but it's 80s thrash, and it is absolutely fantastic. This was a surprise. Diesel King, Concrete Burial. Quite nice, cool, sort of gory putrefaction artwork going on there. I didn't order this. I didn't buy it. I had no idea it was coming. I bought an album off eBay, a compilation album, a new wave of traditional heavy metal compilation album, and this was in the package as well. Whether it was meant as a freebie or it was accidentally fell in the package when the guy was packaging it up, I have no idea. But I looked at it and thought, well, that's going to be extreme metal. I'm not going to like that. I checked it on. It's fully expected to throw it on eBay myself, but it is really enjoyable. It's more sort of sludge metal, and yeah, good as a result. I couldn't tell you which songs to check out. I don't know it that well yet, but definitely one I'll be keeping and spinning again. Back on, this is the last one actually from the Amazon haul. This is Terror and Total Retaliation from 2018. More sort of hardcore thrash, although there is some which I thought very bizarre for me. I wasn't expecting it at all. I don't know Terror at all. Again, I just saw that it was cheap, around £3, and heard a couple of clips on YouTube and thought, yep, I'll give that a go. But it goes from kind of hardcore, it's angry hardcore thrash as well. The songs, the world, this world never wanted me, mental demolition, get off my back, in spite of the times. This guy is singing at you as though it's your fault that he's in the shit and he doesn't like anything bad and horrible and wrong, and you kind of feel like, oh, stop shouting at me, not my fault. But it's good. The music's great. They say the vocals are a bit too angry, but then it also breaks into some full-on sort of like almost like gangster rap. Maybe no, I'm not a big person on gangster rap, so maybe it isn't gangster rap. Maybe it's some other form of genre of rap that. But there's one or two songs in there that goes full on that style and took me by surprise. So an interesting one. I'm on the fence as to whether I'm going to keep this one at the moment, but worth exploring. Now the next batch were as a result of the My 1000 Subs contest that I ran recently, and somebody suggested that I should listen to a song by a Sepultura song off Arise, Dead Embryonic Cells. And I thought, yeah, someone's recommended Sepultura. I don't like Sepultura. I didn't like them when they came out. I listened to that song and thought, hold on, I think I like Sepultura now. So I looked on eBay to get this album, and I ended up finding somebody selling 6 Sepultura albums, and I got them for less than about £1 each. I think it was just over £1 each, £6.50, something, including postage. So it was a great deal. At this point in time, I have only listened to Arise and Beneath the Remains, both fantastic albums. I'm pushing myself slowly into this. I found in the past when I've really got into a band, I've gone over the top and bought everything and then tried to listen to it all at once. I don't know what songs are on what album, and certainly if the style changes or what have you. So I am enjoying my time getting familiar with Arise and Beneath the Remains at the moment. Arise, I'm guessing this is 1991 originally, this is 1989, there is at the back, but those two, absolutely fantastic. The other ones in the package, and you can tell me where you think I should perhaps go to next. I've got the Roots of Sepultura. This looks to be a reissue. Disc 1 is the original album Roots, and Disc 2 is the Roots of Sepultura, which looks to be sort of demos and live stuff as well. Then we have Under a Pale Grey Sky from 2002. This is a 2-disc version as well. Don't know too much about it, but still got that one to listen to. Chaos AD from 1996. Yep, maybe that one should be next. The last one is Nation from 2001. I couldn't tell you, those last 4 that I've not listened to, I couldn't tell you if I've heard any of the songs off there, to be honest with you. So you tell me which of these I should be checking out next and which ones are maybe a pile of garbage. Last one. I follow Tigers of Pangtang on Facebook, and they popped up that they'd found some CDs called the Crazy Night Sessions, some signed CDs, and they were selling them off. And I thought about it, I ummed and ahed and thought, well, okay, I'll grab it. And half an hour later, they posted that they were all sold out. So I'm glad I did grab it when I did. I wasn't aware that it was just a CD card wallet. I didn't even really know what it was. I had to kind of research what it was after. So this is the Crazy Nights Sessions 30th Anniversary Special Edition. And it is the current lineup, or the lineup in 2014, which I think is pretty much the current lineup now. Re-recording songs from the Crazy Nights album. After picking up the Diamond Head Lightning to the Nations reimaged album last year, I'm a fan of bands celebrating the big anniversaries by re-recording stuff, especially if their albums have been reissued and remastered and whatever millions of times before. And you know, the version that they put out ultimately is just a new box. So a bit disappointed it was just a card wallet, but nice piece to have. Of course, I've found out after now that there's one for Wildcat and one for Spellbound as well, but you can't find those for love nor money, and I'm not going to pay over the odds for them. So if I saw them pop up, I've added them to my wish list, and it would be nice just to have those as well, to have the set. Yeah, the singer actually, Jacopo Male, he's got a great voice. He does all the classic Tigers songs justice, whether it's Jess Cox or whether it is, I knew I'd forget his name, John Deverill. Whether it's either one of those, as well as the stuff that's obviously his from the current lineup of the band for the last few albums, he is a fantastic vocalist and really suits the band really well. So that's my CD haul for this month. Let me know what you think, certainly around the where I should get into next with Sepultura, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.